Do my makeup with me as I talk about my dance industry pet peeves. Oh my gosh, I have all my jewelry in here, and it progressively gets more intense. Some big controversy I've been seeing on TikTok. If you're a dancer, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Disclaimer, these are my opinions. Please, please, please chill out. Chill. The girly loves e.l.f. So I'm using the Power Grip Primer from e.l.f. on my face. And I'm using the Juvia's Place lip oil just to get my lips nice and moisturized. And then I'll be using the NYX brow glue to set my brows. The first one is like, I don't know if we don't think about this. Like, I don't know what's tea, because I work a competition job. You should watch my last video that I posted. I see this at comps all the time, and it's not pointing your feet when you roll on the floor. Oh, how I hate that so freaking much, y'all. It flabbergasts me. Also, I'm going through a room renovation, so ignore the fact that my wall is not completely painted right now. I'm working on it. She will be finished. Don't worry. But I love the color. To do my brows, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Instant Brow Pencil, Deep Brown. My next dance industry pet peeve, skipping the basics. I posted a video, and it was posted on here too, but I posted a TikTok, and I said if your dancer cannot do a double pirouette, they should not be attempting Alice turns, and I stand by that. That's the basics. Also, guys, it's called dance for a reason. Tricks are great. Do not get me wrong, tricks are great, tricks are cool. I wish I could do some of these tricks I see these 8-year-olds doing. But if your 8-year-old can't do a single pirouette clean, and they can do a headstand, a backwards roll into a headstand, and hold it. They can be holding handstands for 28 seconds, which and they can do back handsprings, but they can't point their feet on a bama. They don't know how to properly land a jump, a leap. That concerns me. The basics are in place, the technique is in place for dancers to not get hurt. My eyebrows are 2 different shapes. Okay, for concealer, I don't do foundation, by the way. I skipped that. But for concealer, I'm gonna be using Win Beauty. It is by Serena Williams. NARS is my go freaking too, but I just couldn't. This was cheaper. I wanted to try something new, I guess. It's nice and creamy, but it's not my shade exactly. The NARS one was literally perfection. My next pet peeve is going to be dance classes that are only opportunities to film. And obviously, this is because of the rise of social media, which is fine. You know, you got to get the content. But if I'm going to a class, like I love like when did we stop across the floors? When did we stop like learning the techniques and the textures and the movement qualities that these teachers are looking for? You know, me as a dancer, I want to learn. If I'm taking your class, it's because I either want to work with you, you've worked with people like that I am interested in working with, I like your choreo style, or I like your movement style. But I don't want it to always be about the combo. I want it to be about like the movement, the qualities that you value, developing the artistry side of things. And I feel like it's hard to do that, grow your artistry in each class when it's all about the film. Because then I'm focused on getting the choreo. Like I'm not even focused on adding my nuances in as much as I should be. I usually blend my eyes and my nose contour out with an eyeshadow brush, but don't know where that freaking went. I've been in and out of planes so much. I just feel like I want to learn more about what you value as an artist, be able to take some of that with me. I don't know, if you're a consistent teacher somewhere, it shouldn't always, I feel like it shouldn't always be a combo. But then that also stems from me being an artist that likes to do those across the floors and work on those techniques and work on the movement quality of things and reaching that level. Okay, for blush, we are using the e.l.f. liquid camo liquid blush in the shade Bronze Bombshell, a hot new bombshell entrance of Villa. So my next one is going to be the dance industry's relationship with social media. Oh my goodness, don't I just hate how social media and dance interact. I hate it, but I love it. It makes for easier interactions. You can network easier. You can learn combos easier. I learn combos from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube all the freaking time, just so I can have something to post. It's like an online portfolio, and it's not like, it pretty much is. It's wonderful. I love that we can connect as a community. On the flip side, I feel as though in younger dancers and non-dancers, it has created a close-mindedness to the art form that I do not like. Which brings me into my next one. My next one is calling yourself a dancer or an artist, but you're shaming other artists for their movement styles. I have seen so many dance videos on TikTok. We're just gonna reference TikTok because, that's really where you see all these things. I have seen comments on TikTok that have been a dancer literally freaking killing it. Hello. Movement quality on 10, doing too much, it's too much, it's too that. I feel like on social media we prioritize the legs and the turns. Although that is great, that is one aspect of dance, and there's a whole nother aspect that's more artistic, that has the more creative carving the space side that I so love and tend to do, that we don't appreciate. And I don't understand and don't like the fact that dance is an art form, and to appreciate art, you have to be open-minded. You don't have to like everything, bro. There is a strong line and difference between not liking something and disrespecting something. You cannot like something without disrespecting it. And I feel like if you're a dancer, a true artist, okay, I think there's a difference between dancer and artist. If you're a true artist, you would not be shaming other artists for how they move and how they naturally move. There are going to be some things that you don't like. Who am I to tell you that you're a bad dancer for doing that, and that's just ugly and and shame you for it? Who am I to shame anyone? Because of social media, yes, we have had such amazing leaps and bounds with connecting everyone and just being able to book jobs easier. And my next one, oh, I feel like this one should have came before. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's a lot. But that's a lot. My next one is going to be not choreographing for your dancer. And what I mean by that, we're in competition land right now, so I am just seeing all of this. I should not see the same 20 moves in the same way, choreographed the same on different soloists. certain things are a choreographer's trademark. I'm not talking about that at all. I think that when I see things like that, where multiple soloists have the same tricks, have the same turns that not all of them can do, first of all, have the same moves that don't look good on some of those dancers, and that's okay. I think that when that happens, we are not considering the dancer. I admire choreographers who, and I think this is an important part of choreographing. I admire choreographers who can make the dancer look good and coach the dancer to look good. Not every dancer is alike. So I feel like you shouldn't put the same moves. First of all, if it starts off the same, I went to a competition where every soloist of theirs in the teen senior category, every solo they had started off the same. And maybe that was them being burnt out. Maybe they're burnt out. Understandable. But I think we can just put a little more thought into it. That's all I'm going to say. And that's all I think. Put more thought into the dancer you're choreographing for. They all move different and they all have little nuances that can be brought out so that they can have a solo that they're challenged with but still comfortable with. But I think I value that because that's what I aspire to be. My last one. This is my last one, and this has been controversy mania on TikTok. There's been discussion of a specific someone's choreography and how they are not appropriate. Take it from me, I have worked a lot of comps and I have seen worse. I love her choreography. The problem of inappropriateness lies in the song choices and some of the costuming. A lot of the costuming is regular competition costuming, which I think is low-key a hot mess. I've seen a lot of private parts and a lot of butt cheeks and areas that could have been avoidable if we just had a costume that tailored to the body types of the dancers, especially in solos. Like I said, the inappropriateness lies in she has some questionable movements. Honestly, when you really look at it, her earlier years when I was a child was a little too much. Booty popping to the audience, and that is too much for me personally. I shouldn't see 10-year-olds, 13-year-olds, even 15-year-olds popping their butt to the audience and twerking towards the audience. Like, that is too much for me. And it's not just her, okay? It really is a lot of competition choreographers. I have commented on a few videos, and some, social media really, this is another reason why I just hate social media in general. They really will just take grasp on you and make you think that you think this specific way. But I took some time to reflect. But I was just thinking about it last night and I took some time to reflect, and I'm like, watch some of her pieces. And I was just like, you know what? It really isn't, it's not inappropriate. It's just not age appropriate. From what I know, some of those girls that were in some of these routines that we've seen in the past few that have sparked the conversation have been 13 and 14, and that is where I'm like, we shouldn't be dancing to songs that are talking about making love and all these things. The choreography was great for that piece. It really was just that song. And I see a lot. There is a lot of that. It is not just her. I'm not saying that only song is doing things like that. It keeps happening and we're not protecting these kids because we're thinking of the wins. I don't want to call it exploiting because I don't think anybody has any bad intentions, but when it comes to it, it should be about the kids. Like this is their time to dance. We know, I feel like we all know that this stuff is inappropriate. Like it's pushing the line. I've seen little girls in pink wigs like Nicki Minaj and probably something skimpier than Nicki Minaj has worn, pelvic thrusting, licking their lips and going like that towards the audience. I don't know, but we just need to think about the kids some more. Oh, I overlined that a little bit too much. I love how I've stopped showing the products because I'm very girl. I think everybody in the industry should do better. Teachers, choreographers, studio owners, judges, people in the staff, we need to do better to like stop rewarding these pieces. I will go and sit with judges. They will be like, yeah, that piece really just like, it made me uncomfortable. And then they don't do anything about it. So if you're uncomfortable, imagine how the dancers on stage feel. I bet you half of them did not want to do some of these things, but they sucked it up. I bet you some parents need to do better. Some parent was uncomfortable with that piece that you were uncomfortable with, and nobody's saying anything. Like, stop rewarding, and these are pieces that will win. Like, stop rewarding the pieces that make you uncomfortable. It's never that serious for it to be inappropriate like that. I'm gonna top off my little makeup here with the Elf lip oil in Jam Session, right? Girl, where's it at? I can't see it. I think it's Jam Session. If it's not, correct me in the comments. I have to wrap this up because my phone's dying. Okay. Let me know what you think about anything that I talked about. Let me know if you want an in-depth makeup tutorial. I'd love to do that. And I'd love to talk more about social media and dance. I have a lot of things to say. It'd be a time. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video.